Okay, so today it's all about forwards to watch today and for the next week or so, or even longer. Starting with Nazem Kadri. Now I know I've mentioned him before in both a video and on Twitter, but there's a good reason for that, right? So he's got 9 goals and 21 assists in 20 games for Colorado, including 2 goals and 3 assists in his last 3 games. And that's after having his 10-game point streak snapped by Dallas on the 26th. So after that game, you're thinking, okay, this is probably the point where he slows down at least a little bit, right? Because there's no way he can keep up this pace. Because right now he's just blowing away his best season's pace, which was 61 points in a full 82-game season with Toronto back in 2016-2017. Now he did have back-to-back 32-goal seasons with Toronto, so you know he can score goals. He's done it before. But if he can keep up this assist pace, there's no reason why he can't have something like a point per game pace, say 80 to 85 points this season. Whether he can do it or not remains to be seen, but he does score goals. He can score goals. So it's really the assists. If he has a 30-goal season, 40 or 50 assists, something like that, he could have a heck of a season this year. So it'll definitely be interesting to see if he can actually keep it up. And Colorado does play at Ottawa today, so it could be a big day for him. Who knows? But of course, Ottawa loses 12 out of 13, including 6 in a row. Lastly, against Vancouver, 6-2, where Quinn Hughes has 4 assists. So that was cool. But then he goes out. Ottawa goes out and beats Carolina 3-2, while getting outshot 49-20. Yep, they won the game 3-2, and they got outshot 49-20. So who knows, right? So that's why they play the games. So we'll see if he can keep it up. Next on the list, Matt Duchene, somebody else to watch today. He's got 13 goals and 11 assists in 23 games. Coincidentally enough, Kadri and Duchene are rostered in 74% of the leagues out there, which means it's possible they're available on the waiver wire in your league. Maybe not probable, but it's possible. They were in mine, even though it's not the best chance. Hey, there's a chance. So he was on a 4-game point streak until Nashville was shut out against Boston on Thursday. So Duchene has had some pretty good seasons, mostly on Colorado, where he had 70 points in 71 games, though that was back in 2013, 2014. He had 30 goals in 2015, 2016, but hasn't been back there since. But he's been close, specifically on Ottawa when he had 58 points, 27 goals in 50 games that year. So he's done this before, but his last few seasons have been pretty rough. He's already got twice as many goals as he did last season, though he only played in 34 games. And he's already tied the previous season goals with 13, and that took him 66 games to get there. And he's already got that in 23 games this year. So, but again, it'll be interesting to see if he can keep it up. But he has done it before, just not consistently. So this could be one of the, odd years that he actually does keep it up, and he just has a heck of a year this year. So you got to keep him in mind. Last up is Ryan Hartman, Minnesota Wild. You want to talk about somebody that's going on a tear. 4 goals and 4 assists in his last 5 games. 13 goals and 8 assists total for 21 points in 23 games. And the plus-minus is the best part. He's got a plus-minus of plus 22. So that's pretty nice. Now here's what's interesting about him. First, he hasn't recorded a single multi-goal game. So he's got 13 goals in 13 games. He's played 23, but not a single multi-goal game. So, if you have a guy that's got 10 goals in 20 games, but he's had a hat trick in a couple of 2-goal games, that means in the other 17 games he's had 3, right? So not great, right? But when a guy has scored in more than half of the games he's played in, that's obviously really good. So he's been way more consistent than you might figure a guy that's had like a hat trick in a couple of 2-goal games. So he's doing pretty well. The other interesting point about him is he's in completely unknown territory. Completely unknown. His best year was 19 goals and 31 points in 76 games for Chicago back in 2016, 2017. His next best year in terms of goals was 12 combined for Nashville and Philly in 2018, 2019. So last season in 51 games for the Wild, he had 7 goals and 15 assists for 22 points. And again, he's got 21 points already on the year. So now one of the main reasons for that could be he's getting a lot more ice time this year. So obviously that's a big factor. That helps a lot. Of course, you could also argue he's getting that ice time because he's producing, right? So if he gets cold, the ice time could decrease quickly. We'll see what happens. But he's definitely a guy to watch as the season progresses. What's going to be fun tonight is they play Toronto today. So that's going to be obviously a tough game, especially going up against Jack Campbell. Because Campbell, if you don't know, he's first in goals against, 1.72. First in save percentage, 943. Tied for first in wins with 13. I think he's even tied for third in shutouts with 3. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty difficult game. And of course, Toronto has won 9 out of their last 10, including 5 straight. So it's going to be a tough game. Some other news. Jordan Binnington will be out again tonight for St. Louis at Florida as he's still in protocols, which does mean I'm going to start Marc-Andre Fleury again. So that's pretty exciting. They're on the road against the Rangers. And, you know, this is just so I can have that painful feeling back again of what it was like to start him at the beginning of the year, because we know how Fleury played and Chicago played in the beginning of the year. And I had most of those starts. Then I got rid of him. Now he's back. It's my first start since I got him back. So if you want to bet the house on the Rangers winning tonight, go for it, because Rangers will absolutely win tonight. Probably score 4 or 5 goals. It'll be all good. So yeah. And Jack Hughes scored a goal against Winnipeg for his first goal since coming back from injury. So that was cool to see. Even though the Devils fans, I'm sure, weren't very happy about it because they did lose 8-4 in that game. In a very, very streaky game. It was a very, very odd game. But they did lose 8-4. So I'm sure they're not very happy about it. But hey, Jack Hughes scored a goal. And I know he recently signed the extension. So hopefully he can build on this and keep it up. Last bit of news, Brad Marchand wraps up his 3-game suspension tonight against Tampa Bay. So he should be available for Boston's next game against Vancouver. Yes. Okay, so that about wraps up the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks, guys.